D-Lo 404 Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Big fat shout out to Marlo's Corner Tregs and the whole block fam. I want to talk about the great Manny Pacquiao today. So there's been a lot of uproar I've been seeing on YouTube, on Facebook, Twitter, you know, just about everywhere, even the boxing scene. Anywhere you go and look at anything related to boxing, there's a lot of outcry because the consensus fighter of the decade for the decade of 2010 through 2020 or 2019 rather, is Floyd Mayweather Jr. And a lot of Manny Pacquiao's fans feel that Manny Pacquiao should have been given that honor. Granted, you know, the fact that Manny Pacquiao lost to Floyd Mayweather head to head, they still feel that he should have won the honor over Floyd. They also make claims that Manny Pacquiao's 4 losses in that decade didn't hurt him. It shouldn't have hurt his position as fighter of the decade. Well, without having the numbers right in front of me, which I could have taken the time to do, but I'm actually a little too busy for that right now. I'd say that for that decade, yeah, Manny Pacquiao probably had more fights than Floyd Mayweather. I'm pretty sure of it, because Floyd had two stints of retirement during that decade. Manny Pacquiao has fought on since Floyd's official retirement, and he's won a title since Floyd's retirement. But that said, you can't discount what Floyd did in fighting top guys, including Manny Pacquiao, and managing to stay undefeated during that decade. And we're talking about a point where Floyd had been under so much scrutiny for his selection of opponents that by 2010, 2011, 2012, and so on, Floyd was trying to fight the best available guys out there because he was under so much scrutiny. Okay? And Manny Pacquiao, once again, was among those guys. Manny Pacquiao had a lot of pay-per-view fights, same as Floyd, that done really big numbers, big viewership off the back of a potential fight between the two of those guys, between Manny and Floyd. So a lot of their accomplishments were definitely seen by the masses. But that said, in my opinion, you can't discount Manny Pacquiao losing fights to Juan Manuel Marquez, losing a fight to Timothy Bradley, you know, losing a fight to Floyd Mayweather Jr., and then also losing a fight to Jeff Horn. I mean, the Jeff Horn loss in and of itself, to me, if that was his only loss in the decade, that alone, if him and Floyd never fought each other, that loss alone to Jeff Horn would have been enough for me to put Floyd over him. I mean, Floyd beat the likes of Miguel Cotto, Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao, just to name a few, all in that decade. I even think and I may be wrong, maybe it was a little earlier, maybe the Juan Manuel Marquez win might have been prior to 2010. But even without that, you got to look at, you know, the guys that Floyd beat, and Shane Mosley is among them. So I just can't see why the outcry. I mean, I guess it's you know, when guys are fanatics and they're more fans of fighters than they are the sport. Because I'm here to tell you, I'm no big fan of Floyd Mayweather. I mean, yeah, when he fought, I bet on him because I knew that, you know, 9 times out of 10, if it went to decision, Floyd was gonna win by UD, just off of dominance. But I didn't like a lot of things about Floyd during his career. Now, when he got in the ring, I had no complaints about his style of fighting. I had no complaints about you know, his wins, his decisions. I never saw a fight where I felt like Floyd got a robbery. You know, and I know there are those who felt like the Maidana fight was a robbery, the first one, which happened in that decade. But I'm not one of them. I felt like Floyd clearly won the fight. And then I also like the fact that Floyd ran it right back and beat him more convincingly in the rematch. You know, kind of like he done against Castilla many years earlier in the previous decade. But that said, can't take anything away from Floyd's accomplishments in the ring. It's hard to put Manny Pacquiao over Floyd Mayweather without Floyd beating him. But when you factor in the fact that Floyd beat him and beat him so handily, it's hard. It's impossible to elevate Manny Pacquiao over Floyd Mayweather for fighter of the decade, even though Manny's fought through the decade and Floyd hasn't because he retired. But he also was an older fighter. And like I said, even when Floyd was retired, you know, it's not like Manny Pacquiao just setting the world on fire. You know, Manny Pacquiao kind of, even at this point, is, you know, just he's not separated from the other guys like he was many years ago. He's right there in the mix at 147, and honestly, there are not very many people who think he's the best fighter at 147. I mean, he's just right there, and we've seen Manny Pacquiao get in the ring with Errol Spence Jr. and, you know, basically said, no, I don't want that fight. So, you know, I can't jump on this whole Manny Pacquiao is the guy, and, you know, these other guys are looking up to him. I don't believe that whatsoever. I think they got it right. Floyd Mayweather Jr. being the fighter of the decade. There's some other guys I felt like was just as deserving, if not more deserving. But it's hard to argue with Floyd Mayweather. And of course, if you're not going to give it to him on this decade, there's not going to be another decade to give it to him because he's retired. And he's definitely, even if he came out of retirement, he definitely wouldn't fight enough in the 2020s to even be in consideration. But that's all I got to say on the video. Went on a little longer than I wanted. I'm pretty sure most people dropped off well before the end. But for those of you who hung in and listened to the very end of the video, stayed with me on it, I much appreciate you. And I appreciate those who clicked on and decided I was a little long-winded for them and clicked off too. You know what I'm saying? It's all support. This is all I got to say on this subject. D-Lo404 Boxing. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And y'all click on my playlist and let some of them videos play. I'm out. Peace.